Hello, everybody, and welcome to the PHLY Eagles podcast presented by Doodat Dental and Truemark Financial Credit Union. Bo Wulf, Zach Berman, back in the saddle on Osprey's Day. How you doing, Zach?
Doing great. Excited for the show.
All right. How you feeling? Now, tonight, 7 o'clock, Hard Rock. Tickets are gone. You missed your chance. You missed your window. You'll get to watch it on Friday at 2 o'clock the normal time. But for those of you who are going, are we going to have a little Berman family in attendance this evening?
Yeah, Emily and Reed are going to come. Sloan will not. I don't think they'll make it to the end, but they are. Yeah, they are going to come.
I hope they
want
stick around for the part about you, but I mean,
They
we
can
can't
watch.
change the run of show now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they can. They can watch it. They can watch it on Friday, and that's one thing that I want. That I'm glad you mentioned, because I had seen it in some Discord channels that this is not like because we're not live streaming it. There's thoughts about like, oh, you have to be there to see it. No, this will be Friday's show. I want people to know
No,
that.
but you have to be there to see it live. I mean, if
That's
you want
true.
the
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll save the pomp and circumstance for
Yeah.
tonight.
Any Wolf's going to be there tonight?
Rachel's going to be there.
Very nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, excited to see her.
But really, every sicko is a Wolf, as far as I'm concerned.
That's a lot of people in your family right there. I thought I had a big family.
Yeah. Now it's WULF. I know that there are some people in the company who don't know that, but that's how my name is spelled. Okay, Zach. Yeah. Eagles open up the preseason tomorrow night against the Cincinnati Bengals. Tanner McKee likely to be under center. Let's get into the things that matter tomorrow night. And you know what? Let's make it the big deal. Presented by Cherry Hill Kia. Our good folks at Cherry Hill Kia. If you need a Kia, there's only one place you need to be, and that's Cherry Hill. The big deal. Okay, Zach, let's go back and forth here. Give me the three players. We'll go one at a time. You, me. The three players who you think you are most excited and eager to see on the field tomorrow night.
I feel bad that you gave me the first choice because I think this is the obvious one, and that's Jihaad Campbell.
Jalen Hurts. Oh,
yeah. Jihaad Campbell, the first round pick, who we did not know if he'd even be ready by the preseason. And he was there day one of camp, as we documented. He's practiced every day. He's progressed. He's no longer considered limited. And so now, and according to, as you documented, the scout team yesterday, it looks like he'll be on the field. And so I want to see him in a game. We've seen the physicality almost too much during practice sessions, and now he can actually hit somebody else. But also the other thing too is he's someone coming off a shoulder injury, and I asked him on the days run together, Monday, maybe. So,
probably.
Monday. I asked him Monday about tackling with that shoulder injury, and he didn't really put much, stock into the question, if you will.
Didn't give you the time of day, huh?
But I do think that this is something to watch, right? You're coming off a shoulder injury. How does he tackle? And just seeing him move. We've been raving about him, especially that first week of camp, that he looks different. Well, now here's a chance for fans to see it in an Eagles jersey, and a number 30 linebacker. It stands out.
Do you expect that he will play as long as most of the other quote-unquote starters in this game, or do you think he'll be like one series, two series, and then get him out, and the other guys will maybe play the most of the first half?
No, I think he'll play a little bit more. First off, they only have, 4 linebackers that can play? Am I five? Okay, 5.
Campbell, Trotter, Mondon, Dixon, and Gant.
Yes, Gant. I'm sorry. I apologize to Dallas Gant. He had that interception right in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got those long arms.
Yes.
Shrinks the throwing window.
Shrinks the throwing window. They have a lot of long-armed linebackers. So Jihaad Campbell, I'm expecting to play a little bit more than typical, but he's a key player to watch.
Okay. Do you think Drew Makuba is going to play in this game?
It didn't sound that way. Vic Fangio the other day said he didn't expect it. So my guess is no.
Okay. Well, in that case, now, I don't know. I know that I gave you the guys the other day. I wonder if we're going to see Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson. I mean, because they didn't take part in that little walkthrough before practice, but I would kind of be surprised from a Fangio perspective if we didn't see those guys, because I think he would like to see them. but I will put them to the side for now because I don't know if they're actually going to play. So instead, I'm going to go. Sidney Brown is going to play in this game, and so right now, Sidney Brown is in pole position for being the week 1 starting safety in nickel rather, and then coming off the field in base for Cooper DeJean to go to safety. And I think there are reasons to think that Sidney Brown is a bit of a different player than he was when he came off the PUP list last season, and Vic Fangio had him behind Tristan McCollum eventually. He's more healthy. He has more experience in the scheme. And listen, the deal with Sidney Brown is that he is a Tasmanian devil out there, and he can make things happen coming downhill. But sometimes that means that he can open up the defense for big plays because he can miss a tackle, and if you're a safety, you can't be missing tackles like that. And so let's see if he can be steady in a game against. I guess he'll see a little bit of Joe Burrow, right? So I don't know how much we're going to see Sidney Brown, but I think if he has a good performance, as Vic said, the days are disappearing for Drew Makuba to win that job.
Agree with you there, unless Cooper DeJean becomes the safety, which I don't anticipate that being the full-time gig. But yeah, Sidney Brown looks like he'll be the starting safety, unless Makuba has really good joint practices against Cleveland. They're presumably going to have their lineup set after next week. Right, going into that third preseason game, you're typically not doing position competitions. Then you're typically kind of know who your starters are after that second preseason game. So this is a critical week for Drew Makuba for sure.
All right, you go next.
I'm gonna save you, your boy, who's on the cover or who's on the wallpaper today. The thumbnail. I should know. It's been 2 years doing this. The thumbnail.
The painting. I'm not. I mean, listen. I actually, you can say McKee if you want.
Okay.
Because I know that Tanner McKee is going to play well tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I've seen him play well when it actually matters in a real regular season game. I'm actually a little bit less interested in him in this game and more interested in he's going to give guys a chance to win. Let's see what Elijah Cooks and Darius Cooper can do, but we'll get there.
So then I will go with Tanner McKee, right? Because the preseason is a good time for the backup quarterback. He's been good this summer, man. Like I've been impressed with Tanner this summer. He's taken a step up, which is hard to say because you thought last year he was the best quarterback in NFL history, or thereabouts. But I think that he is going to, I think he's going to play well. He has command of the offense. I don't know how much he's going to play in the third preseason game. Because I think they'll kind of get their looks over these next 2 weeks. How much more work will they need to give him? But I'm expecting to see quite a bit of Tanner McKee, and you get to see Tanner McKee versus Joe Burrow. So if you do the old school Sunday newspaper, this quarterback versus that quarterback, you get to see McKee versus Burrow.
Yeah, I think the second best white quarterback in the NFL, and Joe Burrow.
Okay. Who's the first best?
I'm not crazy. I'm still going Josh Allen.
Gotcha. Okay. Did you watch Hard Knocks last night?
I sure did not.
Did not think so. Okay. Will you watch Hard Knocks?
Maybe. I'm not against Hard Knocks. I got no room in my brain for anything but the Ospreys at the moment.
I respect that.
What were the highlights?
I did not finish it.
I'm not. You know what? This is something where I feel like I need to be better. I'm not great at compartmentalizing or multitasking, having to do many different things. I know that's like typical male thing, but like if I've got the Ospreys on my mind, like the Ospreys are dominating my mind.
Is that a male thing?
It's men are worse multitaskers than women. That's, I would say, a truism.
Yeah, sure. I mean, the woman I live with is an incredible multitasker, so I can understand that sentiment.
Shout out to Sloan.
Yeah, she's a girl, but I don't know if she's a
very important qualification.
Yeah. She's not a good multitasker yet, but she's also 6 years old, so she's like a single track mind right now.
Okay, what's her single track?
whatever it's on. I'm like, so yeah, if she wants X, that she got set. Like if she wants Y, she wants Y. She wants Z, she wants Z. So it's like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I will go to Elijah Cooks then, because I think there are jobs to be won down the wide receiver depth chart, and I think if Elijah Cooks does in the games what he's done in practice so far, I think there's a good chance he does make this roster. One thing we have seen from Tanner McKee is that Tanner McKee gives his wide receivers a chance to win. It's part of the reason that I think he would be a good fit with this particular offense. He's going to throw the ball up to A.J. Brown, and there's a good chance A.J. Brown's going to win that ball. Elijah Cooks has had a lot of really nice contested catches this year in this summer. He's also had a nice connection with Tanner McKee. So I think there's a chance that he has a big game. I think that's possible. I also think Darius Cooper is on the come. And if he pops, there is potentially a job to be won there for him as well. So I will group them together, but say if the wide receivers have a big game, I think, typically in the preseason, you're going to see more running than passing. So we might not see a ton of this, but with McKee at quarterback, I think those guys will have a shot.
Turkeys on both making the roster.
I am so hungry right now. Go ahead.
One making the roster or neither making the roster?
I would go 5 turkeys on both making the roster. Let's say I think I would still say status quo, 50% on neither making the roster and 45 on one of them making the roster. But you could convince me it should be the other way.
I'm not going to try to convince you. I defer to you for 53-man roster evaluations.
Where are your turkeys?
Let's go 10, 45, 45.
I mean, have a take, man. Go out. Don't go out on your back. What are we doing? We give at least one of them 46.
All right, 10 on both. 40. Oh, here's it. I'll change this. 10 on both. 51 on Elijah Cooks.
Oh, you're going specific. You don't even have to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. 51 on 10 on both. 51 on one, and then no, 10 on both. 80 on one. 10 on neither.
Wow. Yeah. All of a sudden you go from 45-45 to 80-10?
Look, I was criticized yesterday for not being bold or having hot takes. And so, I said I like the Ravens this year. I said I like so here I go. I'm ready to come guns a-blazing. So 10, 80, 10.
Wow. All of a sudden you found some swag. All right, give us your number 3.
My number 3, I'm going to go with Josh Uche.
Okay.
Because I think Josh Uche's shown some juice this summer. I think he's been the 3rd best edge rusher. You heard him getting gassed up a bit from Fangio the other day. I think he's been better than Ojulari. So I can say both Uche and Ojulari. But I'm curious to see what that 3rd edge rusher situation looks like. And so to me, Josh Uche would be the front runner there.
Do you think he's going to get a ton of time?
I don't. That's the thing.
The problem with Uche in this is also like, I'm less impressed if a 5-year veteran has a good preseason game.
Sure.
To me, it's much more about the guys who don't have that kind of experience. But
so then maybe then can I modify it then?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to go with like Anaya Smith, but I didn't want to just go wide receiver heavy because we just went Cooks. But Anaya Smith, because I'm not putting him on my 53 right now. He did get work with the ones when when Devontae was out. He was in there in the slot. He would be a slot candidate. There is draft inventory or there's draft pedigree there for him. So we'll see how he does, but I don't have him on my 53 right now.
Okay, got it. I will give my last one to I'm going to go Drew Kendall. Now, I would have thought about Montrell Johnson. I'm not sure if he's going to play because he's been banged up, but I think he's a fun player to watch. I think he could steal A.J. Dillon's job for the 3rd running back there. But you think about the backup interior offensive line, right now, Matt Pryor is like probably ticketed for the top backup and maybe can play 4 different positions, but he can't play center. So you're going to need somebody active on game day who can play center, probably. And Trevor Keegan has been moonlighting there. He's still a guard by trade, but he's been working on snapping. He's had some issues snapping, but they have been intermittent. We'll see about that. But I think they would like Drew Kendall to be able to be the guy active on game day. And what we have seen in the past that is interesting, actually, is sometimes in the games, we see lineup combinations from Jeff Stoutland of offensive linemen that we have never seen before. It's pretty steady practice to practice. And then sometimes you will see a guy playing a position he hasn't played before. And I don't know if that is Stout, throwing these guys into the fire, testing them. I don't know if it's a way to maybe like hide them from the league in a way. But so I wouldn't be surprised if we see Drew Kendall get some guard reps tomorrow night, just as a thing to throw out there. But I think primarily he will be the starting center tomorrow night, and let's see how he looks.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're going to see a lot of Drew Kendall there, and I think the backup center situation is fascinating. We've spoken about the Aaron snaps that Trevor Keegan's had, that Brett Toth has had this summer. So if they're not putting Landon Dickerson in there, then it would reason that Drew Kendall is the backup center this year.
Okay, nicely done. That'll do it for the big deal presented by Cherry Hill Kia. Don't you want to be in a Cherry Hill Kia? All right, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll talk more about the Philadelphia Eagles with Zach Berman. Time to talk about our friends at Branded Bills. And we're not talking about Bill Musgrave. No, we're talking about Branded Bills. Whether you need snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or tees, Branded Bills has you covered with performance and style. If you're looking for some gear to make your brand stand apart from the crowd, Brandon Bills has you covered with the best custom headwear. Start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel you need. They've even got a partnership with Penn State as part of their campus collection. So head to brandedbills.com and use code BBPHLY for 15% off your first order. Zach, I'm going to go grab something real quick so you can stretch out your next ad read if you don't mind.
You got it. Whatever the moment, it's not. No, I'm joking. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Bet365 has 90 million users worldwide. They live stream 780,000 events each year. They have early payout offers across the NBA and the NHL. They pioneered live in-game betting. Today, Bet365 offers the widest range of games and markets available for live in-game betting across 78 sports. So you think about, the Phillies are going on right now, right? The Phillies-Orioles game's going on. And if you were looking to do a live in-game bet there, the place to go would be Bet365. The Phillies are a fun team to bet on right now. You see the amount of home runs that they're hitting. That's always fun. The bottom of the order looked good yesterday. So, yeah, if you're interested in having a little extra on the Phillies, the place to go is Bet365. New customers now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get that $150 in bonus bets again, win or lose. Like I said, there's breaking news from Bet365. New customers now get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose. Sign up, use the code PHLY365, deposit $10 and place a bet for $5 to get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins or loses. Bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, players, props, futures, and more. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 and older and physically located in PA. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
All right.
You're back. Okay, good. I tried stretching it out.
You did a good job.
Okay, good.
Now you got some almonds.
That's what you
Chocolate coconut almonds from Trader Joe's.
I thought you were changing the laundry. I thought maybe there was a kid crying, someone at the door. It was chocolate covered almonds you were going after.
I needed something. I was gonna drop dead. You don't want that on the show. Got the Ospreys tonight.
I definitely don't want you to drop dead, Bo. Yeah, not because of the Ospreys. I mean, I think that's like the Ospreys would be the it's because you're a good, a good friend, a good father, a good husband. So yeah, that's why you don't want to drop dead, not the Ospreys.
Just good?
Great. How about that? But you got to remember, Bo, you can't just define yourself by your work, okay? You have to find a self-identity that goes beyond work.
Yeah, you didn't say anything about my work there.
No, because you're talking about the Ospreys. So I was saying it's not all about your work. Yeah.
Oh, but you said good friend, good husband, good father,
Oh, okay. All right, great. How about that?
Thank you.
Is that better? Okay.
You like a coconut?
No, not a fan of coconut. You a coconut fan?
I like a coconut, yeah.
I like coconut on have you so
my high school baseball coming at you. Oh.
No, Bo. Stop that. I don't so
what are you going to do about it?
Andrew Hansen, a friend, a teammate in high school, his mom used to make these like they were like dream bars or whatever. It was like chocolate, graham cracker, like all these different things on it, and then it had coconut
flakes.
Topping. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think they're called dream bars or something. I don't know what they're called, but they were really good. That was like the highlight of us winning baseball games was getting those.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
If you're another one of Zach's ex teammates, pipe in the chat and let us know about those dream bars.
Yeah. It's been 20 something years, so I remember that. It's actually been 21 years now. So.
Okay. All right. What else are you interested to see in this game? And you know what, Zach? Let me ask you about Kevin Patullo, because this will be his first time calling a game for the Eagles, and obviously this is not really that close to calling a true regular season game. But what is the plan for Kevin Patullo? What has he talked about in terms of this being his first foray?
Yeah, Kevin Patullo is going to be on the sideline in this game. Okay, so if you were curious, is he going to be in the booth? Is he going to be on the sideline? Patullo is going to be on the sideline. And
where do you fall on Booth's sideline?
If I've never called a game, so it's hard to say. Chip Kelly said at Ohio State that he liked the booth because you can go to the bathroom during the game. What? He said that.
Right.
Look, if you're
in
the press box, HZ.
No, C. I said C.
Oh, no. You're drinking a lot of water. You got to go and pee. It's right there, right? But it's also climate controlled. Vic Fangio probably appreciates the climate controlled.
Sure.
And he likes calling from the booth. The coaches I know who like calling from the sideline, they like the direct communication that they can have with the quarterback in between series, and I certainly get that. I think the vantage point is better probably from the booth. What does Coach Flynn think?
I feel like having watched, like when it's a full speed game down on the field, I find it very difficult to see everything, right? Now I am not as experienced or know what to expect like the coaches do, but I feel like it's the difference between a player's coach and scheme lord, right? So you've got Vic, he knows what he's doing. It doesn't really matter what the players think. He's going to put them in the position. But if you view yourself as like, I'm just the chess master, I think it makes more sense to be up top. And Kevin Patullo is used to talking to the guys. I guess it makes sense. I find that very impressive.
So you would want to be up in the booth.
To me, it seems easier to see all the pieces from the booth. Yeah. It's why that's the film is the all 22.
That's true. That's true. I like talking to people. So I can see the appeal of being down on the sideline. But yeah, from like a seeing the chess pieces perspective. Also, there are times when you might see the OC in the buffet line. So maybe in the press box, right? So maybe you don't get hungry. Also, if the coaching booth after the game, they got a lot of snacks in there, maybe chocolate covered almonds. So yeah, I mean, if you're on if you're standing for 3 hours like that, your lower back might hurt by the end of the game, right? Those coaches don't sit unless they're talking to somebody. So yeah, and you're dealing with the elements, so it's more climate controlled.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That doesn't sway you so much.
No. These are football guys.
You see Tom Coughlin in Green Bay back in what 2008?
Oh yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
2008, I think.
Yeah, 2008.
I actually remember watching that game while bartending at Beef O'Brady's.
Yeah. You were a good bartender.
That was fine.
Yeah. No, you were
just
good.
beer and wine.
Just beer and wine.
It's a family sports pub. That's the whole pitch at Beef O'Brady's.
Heavy pour?
I mean, a pour to the top. I mean,
overflowing though? Like, is the side of the glass wet when you gave it to them?
Well, you try not to make it overflow. You try to get it to the top without the overflow. That's the mark of a good pour.
I always thought the overflow was a sign of like, it's like you give them so much.
The cup runneth over. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But then it's a mess you got to clean up.
True, but it's a sports bar. You can just wipe it down.
But it's a family sports bar.
What's the difference between a family sports bar and a sports bar?
No liquor.
That's what makes it a family sports bar?
Well, it's set up to be like that.
Is there like a playground outside or something?
It's supposed to be more for like, bring your kids, or it's a little bit more low key.
Okay. How about wine? How high up in glass did you go?
Normal amount.
Normal amount.
Probably a third of the glass.
Okay, not a half.
Depends. That's where you could get a little bit looser. Yeah, have a little bit more of a heavy pour.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Beefs, baby. You ever been to Beef O'Brady's?
I have not. I spent time in Winston-Salem. Like the barbecue down there.
This is a big flex. What were you in Winston-Salem for last?
The last thing I was in Winston-Salem for?
Yeah.
Was accepting the Sports Writer of the Year award.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. What year was that?
That was 2018.
Oof.
Yeah. I know. It's
been a long time since.
It's been a long time. Haven't done as much writing these past 2 years, Bo.
Yeah, they don't have those awards for sports podcaster of the year.
I was
in the city.
I was actually nominated the past 2 years, but yeah.
Olivia took you down.
Olivia earned it, and then this past year, Matt Breen. Speaking of, I won it when I was at the Enquirer, so maybe there's like an Enquirer bias there.
I mean, hard to think that there isn't.
I mean, because I gotta say, 2019 was quite the writing year. So I was on a little bit of a heater that year.
We've heard this before.
Yeah, that was my best writing year, was 2019. But life's not all about writing, though. Yeah.
Why was 2019 your best writing year?
I thought that my story ideas and execution were outstanding.
Outstanding.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect that question. Yeah, no, I thought it was I thought I did a good job writing those years. I thought.
Well, that year you're holding it out as if it above all the others. What was it? Give me the 5 things you wrote that year that made it stand out. Oh, hold on. Actually, you're going to tell me. I know exactly what you're going to say. It's not about the 5. We're all about not optimum performance, but steady performance.
Typical performance.
So it was just that every story was good, not that any story was great.
But to answer your question, that year, exclusive. Well, say so. 2019. Okay, 2019. I'll say Jay Liggins' story in training camp. That was a good one. Who was Jason Peters is Jason Peters. Tracking down Jonas Jennings. That was a good one. The Nigel Bradham brother story. That was a good one that year. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I did win second place beat writer that year. And first place game story that year. So I did win. You know, I was recognized by the Pro Football Writers Association that year. I just was not recognized by the sports media, so it's the National Association of Sports Media that year.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I've since learned it's more than writing. It's about doing quality shows as well.
I mean, maybe
the things that keep you up at night, bro.
You tell me.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get back to the game. Or no, we can keep talking. This is what are they gonna do? Fire me? So.
I mean, I'm happy to talk about the game. What else do you want to talk about the game?
I saw someone say a loose ZB in 2 weeks notice is it's been a 4 week notice. You know, it's been like a 30-day notice. So it's like it's been more than 2 weeks here.
Well, not for the audience.
Yeah. Not for the audience, yeah. But I mean, I'm doing the shows. Anyways, what else about the game? Yeah, so we were talking about Kevin Patullo. He you know, it's gonna be a very vanilla game plan tonight, right? So I don't anticipate seeing much from the offense, but yeah, you want to see the play getting quickly. You know, you want to see if there's. I don't think you'll get any tendency reads on him tonight in terms of run pass. So it's just kind of the operation, honestly. Mm-hmm. Just get the play calling quickly. If there's delayed games tonight, that's a problem, right? Mm-hmm. If they're like going down to the clock because the play was coming in late, that's a problem. So things like that.
I don't even know that I would say it rises to problem.
Yeah, I'm trying here. I'm trying here. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. How about some sleepers, some deep down the roster guys that you are interested to see, or any predictions about something we'll see in this game?
I don't think we're gonna see a lot of fans there.
Okay.
Here you go. So deep down the roster, yeah, I think Will Shipley's going to be. I think Montreal Johnson could be hurt. I saw Tim McManus, our friend T Mac, does a great job. He tweeted out that Shunderic Powell is going to be someone that fans are going to get behind in preseason games. So maybe a Shun Powell run. Among the depth tight ends, I'm curious about my man Cameron Latu.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe he makes a catch down the seam. Are we going to see a Ben Van Sumeren play at fullback tonight? Could be.
Boy, would that move the needle.
Gabe Hall is a candidate to make the 53-man roster now, and he's on. And so you'll see some, Gabe Hall on the defensive front. That'll be fun to watch. As I keep rolling through here, your boy Jacob Sykes.
Not bad.
Yeah, you like the little Jacob Sykes.
I just mean for the general level of player he is on the roster, I think he is above. He's better than your usual 7th defensive tackle.
Yeah, I'll do a little call out real quick. Hold on, let me pull this up. This is from one of the great Eagles Twitter personalities. If I can find I can't pull this up here. If you can filibuster for 20 seconds. What am I still doing? What kind of question is that? Oh, here, yeah. Eagles nut, Greg Richards, he's awesome, right? Scopes out all the changes on the front office. I think he asks good questions. He said, in the Eagles training camp reports I've read, I haven't seen a single mention of cornerback A.J. Woods, good, bad, or indifferent. Well, this wasn't something that we read, but we talked, Fran talked about A.J. Woods on the show, right?
He thought it was J.T. Woods.
What's that?
He thought it was J.T. Woods.
He thought he was J.T. Woods, yeah.
A.J. Woods has been the victim of Brandon Johnson's ascent.
Yes.
AJ Woods is the third team nickel, and it goes like Cooper DeJean and Mac McWilliams when they're in there. Then you've got Perry Nickerson as the steady hand, and then for a long time it was Brandon Johnson and AJ Woods rotating for the first week or so with the threes. Since then, Brandon Johnson has ascended above that, and he is now rotating with Perry Nickerson with the twos, and AJ Woods is relegated to the threes. But I actually don't mind AJ Woods. I think he's got some physical tools. I've seen him run downfield with guys a few times. Not an uninteresting player. I think he could pop. But obviously, I can't wait to watch BJ on the field.
That's your boy, the Camp Crush.
Goddamn right.
No one can claim him on Friday morning. Bo called him first.
That's right.
Maxon Hook is a.
Maxon Hook's going to lay the wood. He's going to have a big hit in this game. Yeah.
Who's returning tonight, or tomorrow night rather?
Anaya Smith.
Okay.
You would hope.
Is Xavier Williams going to be out there?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
So that's something to watch. The long snapper. I'm expecting to see Christian Johnstone and not Charlie Hewlett.
John Stone. Sounds like a toilet.
It does?
The John and the Stone. That's like the porcelain, The John Stone. It's a fancy name for a toilet.
I'll just call it a toilet or...
Okay, Christian toilet.
The bathroom. That kind of thing. Yeah. Do all encompassing. I have to go to the bathroom, not have to go to the toilet. Yeah. But...
Yeah, I agree with that.
Prefer the urinal to the toilet. Yeah.
You prefer the urinal to the toilet?
Yeah. I'm actually if you're in like if you're in an airport and you're waiting in line and the stall comes open.
Oh, you will eschew the opening to wait for a urinal?
I'll tell the person behind me, you can take that. I'm taking the urinal. Yeah. Do you not?
I find that a little bit looking down on like I'm too good for the toilet, but you can take it.
That's not it at all.
Wait for the urinal.
No, let me clarify here. Okay. Even though I am not a road team player, okay, I respect that. That's what they're. I think that the stalls should be for. The people going number 2, and the urinal should be for the number 1.
It's a situation, if you're at a ball game and it's a long line, I think it is incumbent upon the next person in line to take whatever opens up.
Yeah. Well, I think a ball game's different. I think the bathroom is where this typically happens. I'm sorry, not the bath. The airport's where this typically happens.
Okay. So at a ball game, would you dare walk into the toilet?
I still go to the urinals. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. I feel like you're not doing your part for your fellow man.
Also, I don't want to pick up the seat and pull down the seat, I'd rather just stand. I'd rather just
too good for the average man.
It's not too good. It's being respect, to me it's being respectful. Like I can wait for the urinal. Oh, I'm sorry, for the urinal.
I don't know. This is a little bit high status, I feel.
Oh, I disagree. I think this is more like, this is like when Steve Wilkes was taking everyone's bags off. It's like you're letting other people go in front of you.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I'm too good. I'm too good for the toilet.
Not too good. Not too good. Just prefer the urinal.
Guy behind you look like more of a toilet guy. I'm going to stick around for the urinal.
No, the guy doesn't have to take it. The guy doesn't have to go in there. But if that person might just be like, wait, there's something open there. I'm like, yeah, you go. That's on you.
Yeah, you go. You jump in.
Yeah. Where's this show rank among the 600 shows we've done?
Number 1. How do you feel about the different phrases of going to the bathroom? How do you feel about a hit the head?
Yeah, don't say that.
I don't like a hit the head. How do you feel about pisser?
I said got to take a leak, but
Take a leak. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the other ones? You ever use any other ones?
I
Drain the lizard.
I used to say I gotta go to the bathroom, or is there a men's room around here, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So do you then, if you are very strict about men's room, do you object to a unisex bathroom?
Oh no, if they have that, yeah. I mean that's all there is. But yeah. But yeah, I prefer the urinal. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever considered lobbying Emily for a urinal in the house?
So all right. There's I as I said, I've read every comment. I admit that. I'm not one of these people who's like, yeah, someone informed me of this. No, I've read every comment.
That's
right?
a direct shot at Howie Roseman.
That's not a shot at Howie Roseman. And so there's people saying like I have no like real world understanding or something like that. Like and I just don't I don't listen to music. That's all. Like I'm but anyways, I bring this up because I do remember MTV Cribs when I was younger. I'm watching MTV Cribs, and there was someone who had a urinal, and I remember thinking, by the way, Idiot Sandwich, this was definitely not a sicko. Okay, this was someone who clearly was not a fan of mine, which is fine. There's people out there. But anyways, I saw, and I remember saying back then,
that's like the highest status.
The highest status.
Like the richest
have a urinal,
thing you could possibly have would be a urinal in your house.
Would be a urinal in your house. But no, I have never asked Emily for a urinal. Nor do I. I'm cool not having a urinal. I don't want a normal a urinal in my house.
So you're not against lifting up the lid in your own house. It's more about the general germs.
No, because my bathroom is very clean in my house. There's no pee on the seat here. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back with more potty talk on the PHLY Eagles podcast. Got to tell you about our friends now at Righteous Felon. Because I'll tell you what, I was in a bit of a hunger emergency earlier. Boy, would it have been nice if I had a nice bag of Righteous Felon on me. Because if you are craving the perfect snack that satisfies your hunger and provides the right amount of protein to fulfill your body's daily needs, the right solution for you is Righteous Felon beef jerky and meat sticks. Righteous Felon traces its roots back to the hallways of Downingtown Middle School and was officially launched by lifelong friends in their apartment after college. The Exton, PA-based company has been making all-natural, premium quality, better-for-you meat snacks for over a decade and evolved into the region's preeminent jerky brand. The packaging is fun and engaging. The flavors are bold and tantalizing. The texture is tender and soft. These are, without question, the best meat snacks around. The jerky and sticks are sold in favorite local retailers like Wawa, where right now there's a great 2 bags for $10, best value you'll see anywhere deal. They're also a Giant, Costco, Royal Farms, and thousands of independent stores. What's more, Righteous Felon helps fuel your favorite Philly athletes by working with the nutritionists of each local pro sports team to provide jerky and sticks for players to eat before and after workouts and as a refueling snack during games. So if Righteous Felon jerky and sticks are good enough to keep Philly's pro athletes performing at the top of their game, it's got to be good enough for you, the average jabron. Now, if you're the kind of person who wants a deal and snacks delivered to their doorstep, you can order online at righteousfelon.com using the promo code PHLY20 for 20% off. They have all kinds of cool variety packs and bundles on the site, so it's also the perfect gift for that special meat snack lover in your life. Again, that's discount code PHLY20 for 20% off your order on righteousfelon.com.
Just like your favorite team needs a home field advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage, and Empire today can help you get it. Empire Today is flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals who focus on flooring every single day. We've all been to these big box stores where you wander endless aisles, then somehow you're hauling all these materials home, looking for an installer and coordinating everything yourself. Those big box stores might have a flooring department, but the person helping you with flooring may be doing sinks yesterday and could be stocking light bulbs tomorrow. Empire Today is your best bet for new floors. You can pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. So how it looks with you can see how it looks with your furniture in your house. That is outstanding convenience. Get precise measurements taken and have all your questions answered so there are no surprises. With Empire Today, you get clear, upfront, all-inclusive pricing. Plus, you can schedule installation as soon as the next day. Schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. PHLY listeners can receive a $350 discount when using promo code PHLY. Yes, you heard it right. A $350 discount with code PHLY. Restrictions apply. Visit EmpireToday.com/PHLY for full details.
I have some breaking news from DFOP coach Flynn, who was weighing in on the question of calling the game from the booth or the sideline. He says, booth, you can see. The sideline, you can see half the field at best. So there you go. I kind of think, I agree with him. You see, he's the expert. It doesn't matter what I think, but you see more. I guess if the thought for the sideline is if you trust the guys up top who can tell you what they see and you're getting all the images, maybe that's one thing. But I don't know. I kind of feel like if you're in the rhythm of a drive, it would make more sense to be up top. But I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I hear you there.
All right, Zach. Let's do the Bright Smiles presented by Doodad Dental Group. That's right. Bright Smile. And you tell me, Zach, when you think back on your 2 years at PHLY, what's going to make you smile? Don't go too hard. Don't go too hard. You got to save your speech for tonight.
Yeah.
Just give me one thing that's going to make you smile.
The audience, the comments, the show.
Okay. Save it for tonight. Save it for tonight.
Look, honestly, it's
how about a moment instead of giving thanks?
I'll just say I'll speak generally here because I'll probably speak specifically tonight. Is that one thing that's really sunk in probably more than I realized was just it was just how much fun it is doing this show, like hanging out with your friends, right, and doing the show, and so. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that for sure.
You're going to get this is not bringing you a smile. This is making you sad.
Yeah. So one moment that really made me smile was
Smael Mondon. We got to work on a deal with Smael Mondon and Doodad Dental.
That's true. There were some times where we just laughed like crazy. I don't know, Julia, chime in. Julia, what was your favorite one? Here, how about the ad read when I got to the Parks Casino ad read.
Parks Casino ad read. Yes, that was very funny.
Yeah, and I couldn't finish the ad read, so that one for sure.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. All right, there's your Bright Smile presented by Doodad Dental Group. And while we're on the topic, reminder. And we've got the Doodad Dental Bright Smile sweepstakes going on. Each week, we're giving away one Philips Teeth Whitening Home Kit to a lucky winner. And at the end of the sweepstakes, one grand prize winner will take home an Oral-B IO toothbrush, top-of-the-line tech for your teeth. Entering is easy. All you have to do is head to allphly.com/Doodad Dental Group, fill out the entry form, and you're eligible for both prizes. That's it. No purchase necessary, but don't wait too long. The sweepstakes runs now through August 29th. Weekly winners will be selected throughout the sweepstakes, and the grand prize announcement will come at the end of the contest period. Once again, allphly.com/Doodad Dental Group must be 18 or older. Terms and conditions apply. You are right. We have been dragging this out. Yesterday was our last studio show. Monday was our last three-way show. This is our last full show. We've got the Ospreys tonight. After the game tomorrow night, we're going to do a little quick recap. That'll be the last thing. And then the Ospreys will post on Friday. Really dragging you through the mud.
I'm still working this weekend. Sunday night I can do a stand up if you need me to.
Come on.
Yes, that's what Emily said too. She's like, "You're really doing all that this week?" Yeah, yeah. I love this place, man. I care a lot about this place. Um, so yeah, we are dragging this out because honestly, um, there were some other things we were planning to do in the show. I don't know if I had the full thing, but the preseason game. Here, let me ask you this: what are your favorite preseason memories?
My favorite preseason memories. And there's some memories of, you know what? I have a good preseason memory for you.
Yeah.
And this is a good Zach Berman memory. This might have been our first year together. It was either our first year together or our second year together. And it was the preseason finale at MetLife Stadium. And it was one of the worst rainstorms I've ever seen. Do you remember this?
I do.
Oh my gosh. You couldn't walk a step without getting your entire body soaked. And I was waiting in the car, hoping that it would let up just a little bit, just enough for me to make it to the press box. And there was no respite in sight. And so I had to go. Game was going to start soon. Get up to the press box, and I am just dripping wet. I think I did have an umbrella, but I was still dripping wet. I don't know. I'm just absolutely uncomfortable. I'm going to be sitting in the press box for this entire meaningless preseason finale game with wet socks. Nasty. And what does Zach Berman do? Zach Berman, as my partner, says, "I got a pair of dry socks for you." Gives me a pair of dry socks. Save the night. What a teammate.
Appreciate that. Thank you. If you ever need socks, Bo, I got your back, man. I got your feet. How about that?
Yeah. Nice. You always have extra socks on you?
No, I just happened to that day. But I think in case I was going to stay over that night, I don't know if I ended up staying over, but in case I was going to stay over, I packed extra socks.
You had a guma?
A guma?
Yeah.
What's a guma?
Look it up.
Am I allowed to?
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Goomah.
I'll figure it out. Goomah. No, not at all. The late game in New York, in case I wanted to stay over. That's all it was. God, oh no way. No. So my favorite. I was actually thinking of like a game. So I was thinking of the Matt Barkley, Tim Tebow third preseason game, 2015, and then neither one of them makes the team. But that was an epic. That was an epic one. I've enjoyed. I enjoyed some of the road preseason games we've been able to go to in the past. Like there was one year when they had a
Cleveland joint practice. We got to see Marissa.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. Although we had to come home for the end of that one, right? Or no, we
Did we not go to that game? Yeah, I think that might be right.
Yeah, we didn't go to the game. Yeah. Remember the Miami joint practice?
Yeah.
All that for one game, for one practice. And so I think back, back when I was at the Inquirer, Chicago, a preseason game in Chicago, you go the day before, you get a full day, you get a full day in Chicago, you get that was pretty awesome. 2019 preseason game ended early due to lightning. I remember that. That was my first year working with Bo. That was the home game that Bo and I were working. That was before the Jets game. Bad weather that summer.
Which was the game where Dave Zangaro's car got hit by lightning?
I believe that one.
I thought that was a Jersey game.
Yeah, the Jersey game. I gave you the socks of the Jersey game.
Yeah. It was that game, not the 2019.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
You know what? My context for the final preseason game is always my first year, I believe, as an intern for the Eagles, which would have been 2009. Jack Ikiguanu. I think he had been injury riddled throughout his early career, but this was a guy who was a draft pick, and he had a big game in the final preseason game. I want to say 2 interceptions or like an interception and a touchdown or something like that, but like a monster game. And I'm thinking, oh my God, he won his job. Like he did it. Like that's so great. And then they cut him like 8 hours later. And it was a good reminder that like they have pretty much made all of their decisions before that final game. But that there's a little bit more time in between now, but that was my lesson from that.
I like that. Yeah, they I probably wrote about Emmanuel Acho for like 3 straight 4th preseason games. Henry Josie, Fran says. How
Raheem
about this?
Mostert.
Raheem Mostert. Last few minutes. I didn't get to do a final mailbag here. Does anyone have any questions they want to submit?
Well, we do have a couple super chats to get to,
okay.
so let's let the people ask some questions. But let's get the paying customers out of the way. Brandon from New Jersey says, Zach, what do you think of gerrymandering, and who are your top 5 autocrats? He loves you.
I don't like gerrymandering. I think that it's I don't like that at all. And autocrats.
Is there a Mrs. Mandarin?
And I don't believe I don't like autocratic rule. So yeah, so no, I don't have a top 5 autocrats either.
Okay. 1928 Demand says Bon Voyage Z-Berm with a nice generous donation. He says, I'll be watching this later. If you are a person of character, you'll get more sleep from now on. Mailbag. With few white defensive tackles, running backs, secondary, Eagles have all. Does Howie have an edge?
I think Howie's a smart guy. I don't think his edge is drafting white defensive tackles, running backs, and secondaries. I think he looks for good football players, and it doesn't matter what color or shape they are.
I think the shape matters.
Shape matters. It doesn't matter what color they are.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want a running back who's as wide as the field.
Yeah, true.
That would be tough to fit through the hole.
True.
Ruckus. Zach, cover your camera with your left hand for an edit. I don't understand.
I don't get that. I don't know what that means. Yeah.
Jack Royer. How do I send ZB my cash going forward? I know.
How?
Well, I think September 23rd, it would be an opportunity to do that.
There you go. Yes. Email me. Instagram me. I got to say, I'm so touched by all the Instagram messages I got in the past 24 hours. You can send me DMs, Twitter messages, emails. Yeah, please do that.
Okay. Any other questions in the chat from the non-paying customers?
And I'm hoping that I can come back on to talk about leap year. I still feel. Oh, he wanted me to say tip tap. Okay, that was the joke. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm still hoping that I can promote the book and see you guys and see everyone in the studio, and we'll see.
I mean, unlikely. Nick Field wants to know what you're reading these days.
What I'm reading these days. Some books about decision making and things like that. Yeah.
Okay. JTT says, gotta hop off for a work meeting. Love you, ZB. I know it's parasocial, but you've been in my ears through a challenging few years of life. Appreciate you. Allow yourself to enjoy the send-off.
Stuff like that is very meaningful to me. Seriously, it is so meaningful to me. So
we are going to drag you through it tonight, my friend.
I know, Blow. I know. And you know what though? I am grateful, right? I'm truly grateful. Truly.
Zach, I believe it's time to head into
overtime.
Boy, did you bring the heat on your last overtime. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
Nicely done. That was great.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know what else to talk about.
Yeah, game tomorrow night. Okay. Fran and Bo will be talking about the game tomorrow at 2:00. I would have done that show. I didn't get invited to that one. But Fran or Bo and I will do the end of the game tomorrow night. I'll write something up for allphly.com after the game tomorrow night.
Wow.
What?
You're writing.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I want to make sure that I'm giving the company the money's worth. Yeah, looking forward to tonight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to tonight. I am. Yeah, I'm very excited, and very grateful for everything.
All right, last question.
Yeah.
Matt H wants to know, what was the moment of the show when you were the most mad at me?
I want to say moment. It's the end of shows. Sometimes they've been mad. Yeah. There have been shows I've been
I
mad
wouldn't
at
say
the
moment,
end.
more like year.
No. I thought the Zach Bond one. I was mad about that.
What was the Zach
And
Bond one?
then no, you know what I was mad. I was mad.
Oh, the thing that
When
you called that I was
yeah.
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 Well, we've
No, you know
discussed
what?
that.
I was mad about, and again, like, it's all like, I love Bo. I want to make that clear. Like, what, and I will say this tonight. Like, it's kind of like, we've been together for 6 years. It's kind of like your spouse sometimes. Like, you can get on each other's nerves, but you still love each other at the end of the day, right?
The makeup sex.
Yeah, I think that I mean, we might be talking about this for the first time here. I was mad during the NFC Championship game.
Yes, I know you were. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really mad because I feel I'm not in our post game show is important. I'm not in studio. What I get to do, that hit is really like my contribution, and um I really I really tried to like gather scene for that hit and like really think about it and then set up my camera angle, and then it was all about like Josh Harris and the Hard Rock, and so that I was pretty peeved about that because I felt like I mean I I felt like what
You know what? I think this is healthy. I think this is good for you to have to
no
remember something you were upset about to make you feel not so
no
bad
but
about leaving.
yeah, someone told me recently you're playing all the highlights in your head, right?
Yes.
And that's probably true, but no, you get over that. I mean, look, there's memes out there of like faces that I might have made, but I all in all, I mean, it's just been it's incredible. This is I've been so lucky. I've been so lucky. So I'll put it like that.
All right.
Yeah.
Enough of that. We'll
Yeah.
get more into it tonight. The Ospreys at the Hard Rock Cafe. If you are not joining us live tonight, you'll see it on Friday, 2:00. Once again, we are back tomorrow at 2:00. Me and Fran talking about the game, and we'll have a little recap with Zach afterwards. So, for Zach and Julia, I'm Bo. We thank you for watching and listening. We will talk to you tomorrow or see you tonight. And as always, we love you.
We all silly like the mayor.